Amanda with Music Game Club, and I'm going to talk about how to use the Chords cards to teach your students major chords. Now, you can or cannot use the game board, that is up to you, but I'm going to show you just off of the cards. So what I did was I separated all the cards individually. These are using the level 2 cards because they have the accidentals. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out the pentascale. Now this is really great for a few different reasons. Number one, if your student has never learned the pentascales before, you can double teaching them the pentascales with their chords. So you're going to lay your cards out for the pentascale. Now your student can do this just by doing the alphabet. What comes after C is D, then E, F, G. Now, here's a little bit of ear training I would do with the student. It depends on the student. I would pick it up by ear, but some students may be patterns. I would take the keyboard then and say, let's play this pentascale. All right, and that sounds right? And then you can also go by, let's talk about the steps there are. So first it's a whole step or a tone, then a whole step or tone, half step, whole step or a tone. And that is what creates the pentascale. From there, you're going to take out the second and fourth because a chord or a triad is built on the root, third, and fifth. So you're playing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take out the 2 and 4, so you have the 1, 3, 5 that's left. And I would teach them that. It also helps because on the piano, those are the finger numbers you use for your right hand, 1, 3, 5. And I would definitely do this for younger students. I would do it with their right hand first on the piano so as to not confuse them. So take out the 2 and 4, there's your C major chord. Now, what does it look like if we build it off of the D? First, they line up their letters. And then you could play it on the piano. Oh, now that sounds a little bit different. Let's check our whole steps and half steps, or our tones and semitones. All right, that's a whole step. Oh, that's a half step, but it needs to be a whole step. What do we do to make E to F, F something, a whole step? You add your sharp. And this is really important because I was older before I saw the connection of the D major chord and going into the D minor chord and all that. I struggled with knowing, hey, is this a G flat or an F sharp? And if I could have visualized it like this, I would have gotten it so quickly. So going back to the keyboard, whole step, half step, whole step. That's correct. Now we're going to take out the 2 and the 4, so we have just the root, third, and fifth remaining, and that is our D major chord. And so you can keep building your chords like that, connect them with the pentascales, and have your student play them on the piano, and then pull out the second and the fourth. And I just feel like doing it this way will really help them to solidify what it is. Also, this is a really good way to teach chords to non-piano students. So I came up with this idea and I'm like, wow, at the time of recording this, I'm on summer break, but I have a violin student and I totally want to do this with her because it's hard to know how to teach chords to violin students because you can't just see it like on a keyboard. And so I am so excited for lessons to start back so I can teach her chords with this method. Like you're playing those 5 notes of the pentascale. Now we're going to take out the second and fourth. What do we have left over? That's what creates the major chord. I am so excited for this idea for her because I just think it will really click with her. We hope you and your students had a blast learning chords with Chords. Feel free to tag us at Music Game Club on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. When you play the game, if you celebrate with your student, be sure to use the success poster here, and y'all have fun.